Disclaimer. All events, people, and some places in this video are fictitious. In other words, I made this stuff up. None of it really happened. It is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Hera Reyes-Turner was a beautiful and happy woman. But her life would come to an abrupt and tragic end much sooner than her or her family expected. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. I'm Mothman, and welcome back to They Make Monsters, where we tell the stories the media is too afraid to. Today, we're going to be looking at the case of Hera Reyes-Turner, another unfortunate case of a black trans woman becoming victim to her environment. Now, this case is unsolved, so if you have any information, please contact the number or email on the screen, or visit the link in the description to file a digital report. Also, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what you think really happened. Best comments will be shown to my dad, so don't disappoint him. Anyway, let's get into it. Hera was a bright young woman living in Fredericksburg, Virginia with her husband. She lived a very comfortable life. She worked from home as a software engineer. She also enjoyed video games and playing with her dog. She had grown up in Philadelphia, then later went to the University of Maryland and graduated with a degree in computer science. She also met her husband, Michael Jean, or MJ, at her college. MJ would go on to become a mystery author, having published one series titled Killy McKillerson. It's always the ones you least expect. Hera and MJ would go on to live a very comfortable life with their dog. But then, all of a sudden, everything would change. On June 12, 2017, MJ would report Hera missing. She had left to pick up some groceries and never returned. Police waited to launch a search party because they figured Hera had just left MJ. But after neither MJ or Hera's family could get in touch with her, police still didn't launch a search and told them off. But after MJ and Hera's family and friends put pressure on the police, they still didn't launch a search party. However, 2 weeks later, a hiker found human remains in the woods. When police investigated it, the family's worst fears were confirmed. Hera's body was found partially dismembered and buried in shallow graves. The autopsy revealed that she had been stabbed in the back 18 to 25 times. Upon finding her body, police immediately ruled that she had, as the kids say, unalived herself, and as of this recording, that ruling has not changed. However, most of the evidence suggested that this might not be a self-commit die. Like I said before, Hera's body was dismembered. There was no way she could have dismembered herself. Police's theory is that an animal had gotten to her body, ripped it apart, and then neatly buried her remains. However, there is no such animal native to Virginia known to exhibit this behavior. Hera was also stabbed in the back many times. Testing showed that Hera could not have reached the spots on her back where she had been stabbed. Police say that the people who tested this are just wrong. They provide no further reasoning for how the tests were wrong. But even with the police ruling it a self-expire, others have done their own investigating and come up with some theories and a list of suspects. The first and most obvious suspect is MJ, Hera's husband, given that it's always the husband. But that's not all. Despite the ruling, police did briefly investigate MJ, because if there's anything police hate more than actually investigating the murders of black queer people, it's free black men. But there were some suspicious things about him. It seems from his phone records and posts on social media, MJ and Hera's relationship wasn't as perfect as it seemed. MJ and Hera had quite a few arguments. Like here, Hera asked MJ if he would still love her if she was a worm, and MJ responded, "No, you know I hate bugs." To which Hera responded, "So you don't love me?" To which MJ responded, "No, I love you as a human." And the conversation devolved there. But that's not all. Some have pointed out that Hera's death is remarkably similar to a character's death in MJ's novel, which came out before Hera's death. Some have suspected that MJ used his novel as a way to plan out Hera's murder. However, others disagree. They point out that MJ and Hera had started the process to adopt a child together, so it would be strange for MJ to suddenly kill Hera. But without more evidence, MJ would stay free, for now. The next suspect is Jesse Cook, Hera and MJ's neighbor. Jesse was a 56-year-old motel manager and alt-right conspiracy theorist. Jesse had made multiple tweets and Facebook posts about his beliefs in the QAnon conspiracy theory and about the liberals taking away manhood, such as this tweet from September of 2016, reading, "They're trying to make guys into girls and girls into guys. These men today are soft. They don't even have manly names anymore. Men should have manly names, like my name, Jesse, the manliest name." And another that same day, "All should be put to death." If it wasn't obvious, Jesse Cook did not support trans people. And with Hera being a black trans woman, she would have definitely been targeted by him. But that's not all. Jesse Cook was a registered firearm owner and had a conceal and carry permit. Reports say that Jesse owned 6 to 10 firearms at the time of the murder. Jesse also had the police called on him before by Hera and MJ for harassing them and threatening their lives. Jesse clearly had a motive and the means to commit the crime. However, others have pointed out that Hera had been stabbed, not shot. If Jesse was the killer, he would have probably used one of his several firearms to do it. So while it is not completely impossible, it is not likely that Jesse is the murderer. The last suspect is Hera and MJ's other neighbor, Ella Assassino. Ella is a 27-year-old police officer and one of the first people that arrived at the crime scene and made the ruling that it was a self succumb to the darkness. People in the community had suspected Ella of other murders, but because she's an officer and handles most of the murders in the area, she has never been caught. Ella was known to also be very social and active in the community. Ella also had an impressive knife collection, some reports saying she had up to 50 knives, all displayed on her wall. Ella was quite proud of her collection and often showed it off at parties. But that's not all. Ella had Snapchat, which has a public GPS. Ella's Snapchat followers noticed that she had gone into the woods the night that MJ first reported Hera missing. Ella reportedly liked to hike often, but her followers found it strange that she would go out at such a late hour. But without any substantial evidence, no arrest can be made for Ella. And that's all we have for the perplexing case of Hera Reyes-Turner. Again, if you have any information on the case, please call the number on the screen, send an email, or click the link in the description to make a virtual report. If you liked the video, subscribe for more stories the media is too afraid to tell. Also, make sure to like, comment, and share, and always remember, it's always the ones you least expect. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.